was actually gonna, kind of toss you a little bone there, but I mean, if
no, I can do it.
Go here. Go ahead, please.
I can do my job. Yeah, it does bring a tear to my eye, actually, that one of these European teams, as a resident European, although obviously we're not in the European Union anymore, so it's a little bit different. But as a resident European, it brings a tear to my eye to know one of these teams will not be going through. And yeah, going back towards that European finals between these two squads, exclusive. I think it was the end where the KingsClan, I think it was the coach potentially, basically came out on the post-match interview and said, yeah, we just won out in the veto process. That can't happen here when we look back towards this matchup. We talked a lot about vetoes. I think now more than anything, exclusive have to make sure they veto properly against KingsClan. They aren't playing Arsenal, which is a massive improvement over that final because it's one of KingsClan's best maps. Instead, we're here on Summit, and actually, to be fair, given how good KingsClan are at Hardpoint, I think if you're going to play them at any single one, this is probably the map you want.
For exclusive, you're just hoping you don't relive earlier on in the tournament the takeoff hardpoint that you had where you scored 76 points, which is the lowest that a losing team in this tournament inside of the Swiss bracket so far has scored. So you're just hoping it's not a rerun of that. And well, you've already basically got halfway there. So that's looking good early on. You've got yourselves a lead. P2 still has a lot of time left on it for scraps. KingsClan going to be the ones here. You can see exclusive though, all the way on that left-hand side, looking for the rotations on towards that next hard point. So they've got themselves set up shop. They got a specialist to use and a streak in the back pocket. Neil, the one leading the way here. He's got 13 already.
Nah, man. Exclusive, though, really starting to heat up, as you say. Neil on 13. It was actually Caesar there towards the end of that hill that managed to get a double that clears it out for the scrap time. Riz into form here with the shotgun, trying to kind of bait anybody out towards the back line. If you could perhaps take that player out towards the back via, it'd be nice maybe to flip the spawns out. Going to use the streak early on, though, is Neil. A chance maybe to put real dent in KingsClan early if they can manage to take them out the back line, but now it's time for the specialist to come out to play. We're starting to see the claw, we're starting to see the sparrow and the annihilator as well. Everything from KingsClan is being utilized to ensure that exclusive, well, I mean, to ensure that that streak from Neil is wasted.
Yeah, and obviously that streak from Neil was useful in some capacity. They're still having the contest-heavy opinion here. But realistically, I think the reason that the streak was invested in the first place was because they realized that the spawns had flipped out. And sorry, I'm just going to admire that Annihilator for a second. Beautiful stuff there. Now that it's over, I think the reason the streak was invested was because they realized that the spawns had flipped out, and they wanted to make sure they at least contained some sort of control around that hill. But now you have Neil all the way in the back line. Nobody knows that he is here. He's going to wait for the team to get close over towards this next hard point, and then he's going to pop out of nowhere and say, hey guys, I'm here.
In that voice? Exactly in that voice.
Exactly like that voice, and he just did it right there. Hey guys, I'm here. That's a two-piece, baby.
That's a great Neil impression.
He's popping a Nando's for a couple of nuggies.
I think it was probably something more ominous than that. Regardless, though, Neil definitely does scare them away as he gets control of those back spawns for exclusive, and now the garrison will just continue to respawn around the backline. KingsClan going to have to work up against that as all the specialist weaponry has been utilized too. Shark with the claw, acquiring some space over by the top side of our minimap. The Annihilator also came out to play to ensure that they didn't make their way up snow, and all of that is accumulating quite a lead here for exclusive. Now a 40-point margin between them and KingsClan. Again, this has been such a good gambit from exclusive to garner control of this hard point. KingsClan cannot find a way through. They'll give this one last hurrah. Here they go. Can they find their way through? Preamble or pre-fire, excuse me, from Veer to try and find some kills. Not actually going to get anything for it, and they will be able to contest in for that last 10 seconds of scrap time. Finally, we see Neil win it off screen, so he does get that time. That is a massive hard point to come out from exclusive. Now they have, as I said, really put a dent in this game.
Oh, Marvel almost had the shots there on the Creed, but Creed's going to be able to march his way forward. Second one to get a line up for him. Saze will fall, and that's going to allow exclusive to hold themselves with the power positions of high ground for the moment. Inside of the hill, though, we're back to P1. Exclusive trying to run this score up just a touch further. KingsClan still here, trying to fight themselves back into the point. They'll do so for now, but again, it's blue in the kill feed. Exclusive still has the high ground.
Yeah, Neil just being such an annoyance up top as well, using the heady to try and take out some players. Team shots us onto Raid is good enough. Neil just continuing up here. He hasn't actually got many kills at all, to be fair. He's just putting a lot of bullets into a lot of players in which his teammates are finishing off the gunfights. Now just going to pick the corner close to the wall to try and catch players off guards, but says going to realize it, flies through, also has the help of Raid and Spy now to try and break on through. This is big time that KingsClan want to try and acquire if they possibly can, but they have to keep on looking up to these windows where exclusive players are just chilling and being so annoying. That's a three-piece from Raid. That will contribute here to KingsClan actually getting a ton of time off the back of the scrap. They will be within 45 of exclusive or so, moving in towards the next hill.
A few different specialists to use here. I feel like we're going to get back to a situation where it's P3 and all of a sudden it's a pop party. So Grizz going to make his way out towards the spawn side. Will get cut down immediately, but here's the Sparrow. Out of use for Caesar. Unfortunately cut down as Grizz and Raid are going to be able to collapse upon him. Now as KingsClan are trying to hold here at P2, there's so many different players here. There's so much happening on the screen all at once. The KingsClan trying to hold back on the contention. A double from the back line. Shark and Veer are there, but it's another trade that goes the way of KingsClan. They come out on top of it. They spawn them towards that left-hand side and now can refocus their attention over towards the end of this 40 seconds.
Nice power coming out from Raid there, continuing on the spree as well as Raid now finds himself on 4 in a row, I believe. It says it's on a 2 combo. I don't think that's accurate because it said 4 in the kill. But you know what? Whatever. We'll run with it. We'll move. Raid does end up going down regardless as a 3-piece comes through from 3 different players on exclusive. They are desperate to maintain this last 20 seconds of scrap time, and I think short of Raid doing something special, they should obtain it. So a 70-point advantage between exclusive and KingsClan going into the next hill, and you can already start to see some exclusive players challenging around the side here. But number 2 at the very far back, Saze has so much to do, and Creed's already gotten towards the new hard point. If exclusive get control here, this could spell disaster for the KingsClan. They're already 70 points up.
Annihilator, as well as the equalizers, also popped. Exclusive have so much utility to use around this hard point right now. And there's still 2 specialists that they can use for another break or potentially a long hold here for the 45 seconds that remain inside of P3. Shots around. Equalizer starting to move their way forward. Time running out on it, but the back line still secure. They have nobody there. All that they have to fight is through the front, and KingsClan know this. They've got to start pushing their way forward. Shark gonna toss a stun around the corner, just holding themselves in the hard point for right now. It's all blue in the kill feed until the yellow side of KingsClan are able to bounce back in. Annihilator popped. The Fennec able to pop too. Neil will get back on a double, and it's still chaos here inside of P3.
Yeah, I mean, look, this chaos is still relatively helpful to exclusive, right? I mean, they've garnered such a massive advantage that it doesn't really matter too much if they lose these 13 seconds. And I think it is worth saying, while all this is going down, you remember Neil on the last rotation, what he was doing towards the backline, being a right little nuisance, being so sneaky-like? Well, they've got a player doing exactly that. It's Via, who does actually end up getting shut down as I say it. So that's a big little learning curve there from KingsClan. Last time around, Neil caught them off guard and completely flipped script on this hill. This time around, they catch Via before he can do it, but they do have a lot more to contend with. A streak comes down from Neil. I don't believe it's that effective. Numbers still in favor, as are the spawns for KingsClan here, and they're trying to break.
I thought it was going to work. Unfortunately, the streak doesn't find anything, and you're still able to push back forward, but the Purifier goes big, and now Shark can go ahead and tack one onto the end. Still going to be one spawn close. You're trying to fly forward with it, and the Purifier, once again, will be able to find great utility. Now everybody from KingsClan spawning on the opposite side of the map. 220, 113, 100-point lead, and they're still holding.
Man, exclusive have really put this game away over the last 3 hard points. They've just started to completely run away from it, and KingsClan have looked totally hopeless. They can't finish it here regardless of what happens, but the way in which you're seeing these players just turn and burn on so many different areas. I mean, Sace is coming in here. I'm not particularly infused by utilization of the claw in the closing moments of the game. Exclusive couldn't finish it there. Is it really worth going for it for this hill? Not entirely sure if that was the play I would have gone for. Exclusive now 16 seconds shy of victory. They can finish it here on P1.
I mean, any sort of points that you can get here are going to be good, but the blue kill feed once again for exclusive is going to allow them to lock down P1. Last hit here from KingsClan as they push forward.
Here we go. KingSpite got the Purifier inside this zone, doing so much damage, looking for more. He is just roaming at the moment, and everybody's falling foul to the Purifier. He's completely burning the opposition. This is what you've wanted to see for the longest time. KingSpite continues as well. Finally gets shut down after what felt like a 6 or 7 spree. But again, you're going to need so many of those sprees over and over and over again for KingsClan to even have a hope and a dream of surviving. And there's more kills going the way of exclusive now. It's time for the claw to come out from Shark. Pre-fires galore. Can anybody touch in time? Not when Shark is there to play. Exclusive taking map number 1 here. A complete difference to the European finals.
Oh boy. Oh, that was sexy. Regardless of what happened there at the end, you know, KingsClan, they had their moment. You had your nice little 9 spree at the end there with the Purifier, but again, it's too little too late. Those last-minute pushes, those last-ditch efforts when everything's on the line, it's not going to help you out. It's not going to do anything for you. Exclusive from start to finish, we're the better team.
Yep.
Plain and simple. They were the better team. It happens so often. We see a team be able to go on a big spree, but specifically in COD Mobile, when you extend yourselves out and get yourselves a big built-up lead, it is very, very difficult for one team to be able to come back, specifically when it's a almost 100-point deficit at different stretches. So, again, this is an exclusive roster that not only had the lowest points we've seen so far from a losing team at a hard point at 76, but now have bounced back here with everything in their tournament on the line to be able to take map 1 and rewrite, as you already mentioned, that finals from the European region. This is the moment where Exclusive have the opportunity to take this into the search and destroy and capitalize on it and send KingsClan home for the revenge.
And it is exactly what we said. They are already learning. They've already started the veto process extremely well because somehow, some way, they got Summit. Again, I want to stress this and actually give you guys the raw stats from Stage 4 to actually properly paint this picture. Kings did not lose a single hard point in Apocalypse, in Arsenal, in Hacienda, and in Takeoff during Stage 4. They lost 2, and both of them were on Summit. To get that,
wow.
I mean, it's like a kid in a candy store. Exclusive must be like elated, and they've got all the candy for free. They are so happy with the selection there from the veto process to win out like that. What a brilliant start to this best of 3. And now, in a complete flip of the script, KingsClan, their backs are up against the wall. Next up is going to be Search and Destroy. We don't know what the Search and Destroy is going to be. But I will say, going back again to that European finals, and again, I don't know if it was necessarily the map. I don't know kind of if it was the map choice. Playing Slums probably wasn't the best idea. But regardless, Kings ran riot against Exclusive. I mean, just the amount of map control, the amount of confidence they started to have through the late game in the Search and Destroy. Exclusive didn't really know what to do. That has to change here. Exclusive have to have put the homework in and play better against KingsClan this time around.
It's been a lot of games today. There's been a lot of Call of Duty played. But the one thing that has held true, specifically with this KingsClan roster, is their ability to not get flustered and be able to find their way back into a series after they lose the first map. It's happened multiple times all day today. Search and Destroy has been a safe haven for them when they've needed it the most. Sure, they've lost a few series here and there, but they've also won a cup, or excuse me, they've won their one. We have tournament lives on the line with everything and more that are in the back pocket, just waiting to be exploded on. This is the moment you have to take that. Don't laugh.
Alex, you say these things, and I'm
no. I'm saying this with a completely straight face. You can't. No, you can't. Yes, I. If you could see my face, it would have been a completely straight face.
Oh man. Yeah.
You can laugh all you want to. I'm making a dramatic moment right. No, it's okay. Go ahead. No, no. I'm giving it to you. Go ahead. Don't let me explode in your back pocket.
Oh, shut up. All right, look, I am really excited to see how the remainder of this series go. As I said, at the beginning of this, I am gutted to see a European team go home. And it's been a really weird day. I think as I look across the board here, I've seen on Twitter, I've been kind of following all the big COD Mobile esports pages and kind of seeing the reactions to some of the stuff that happened. You mentioned one of the big things at the end of the last series, the fact that we got 3 Chinese teams in playoffs is insane. Again, and I wouldn't be necessarily surprised at Q9. I wouldn't necessarily be surprised at Wolves. I have been positively surprised at what Standpoint have been able to produce this weekend. It has just been so positively fun to see, and I'm so excited to see what they do tomorrow, what they do on Sunday. But not just that as well. I mean, there's just been so much. Godlike, another roster that, albeit I think we expected some positive performances. I mean, what they've been able to do, some of the hard points that they've been able to play today, it's been insane. I think over in the main broadcast right now, we've got Tribe Gaming versus Team Mayhem, and only one of those teams is going to make it into day number 2, I believe.
Jeez, dude.
There is just so many of these little storylines. I mean, we have been blessed, and we've been honestly blessed to just be here and be part of this tournament.
Absolutely. And I mean, it was a last minute thing, dude. I couldn't believe it. Oh, wait, let's go. I get the guest call. Are you kidding me? You kidding me? I was like, let's go. And look, it has been one of the most fun times I've had casting just Call of Duty as a title alone, regardless if it's traditional or mobile. I have had genuinely one of the most fun times in so long being able to bring this action across the board. So it has been a pleasure. It has been fun. But now, with an opportunity to say goodbye to KingsClan and get the revenge that they so sought after for so long, Exclusive going to a firing range on the defensive end. Who will take the cake here? Will we see a game 3 or will we see heartbreak?
I want to see a game 3. I'm fully rooting to KingsClan here. I buy a caster. Put it on me. I'm ready to go. I want to see a game 3. KingsClan, they got to work for it. And on the offense, in previous fire and range search and destroys, generally speaking, it's been aggression towards A that's won out. That seems to not be the case here for KingsClan, but they have already taken Neil out of the play. And so that gives them a little bit of breathing room, a little bit of options as to how they want to play the remainder of this round. Exclusive, they look a little bit spread thin on their defense.
You see, I mean, Grizz wanted to get aggressive there. He backed off, though, with the rest of his team, but he's on a solo mission right now. This is one of those rare moments where it's okay. Obviously, he doesn't know that it's only one person here on the opposite end, but I believe he might have spotted him out over towards that left side. Doesn't want to challenge it out directly yet. Veer's going to back off, though. Realizes, hey, I need to just wait for the rest of the reinforcements to get here before I make a challenge. Gets on the car head glitch. Might be able to make something stick here. But it's that bomb that's wrapped back over towards A that's going to be the difference maker here, since Exclusive is all at the B site.
Yeah, free fire through the wall here, just making sure that nobody's sitting in that dastardly corner. Nobody's home. Free bomb plant here from KingsClan. They successfully baited them over towards B. Now it has to be a retake coming through from Exclusive. You know that there's going to be a fair amount of players sitting inside the building just outside the site, the little caravan. Spy just waiting patiently as ever. It doesn't look that patient, we'll admit, from his perspective, but he is waiting patiently for somebody to push, and here we go. Caesar's going to give him the first gunfight. Caesar's going to win one. Second run in front of him. Caesar doubles up somehow. Numbers now in favor of 3 versus 3 for Exclusive on the retake.
I mean, you have to also watch the gunfight in the back end. Off screen, they're going to be able to find one. So Exclusive now in a 1 versus 3. Saze, the last one left alive. He's going to swing out. Sniper not going to be able to find it. Stuck on the back end is going to be the defuse. And that's going to be a round to Exclusive. I thought for sure KingsClan had it in the back.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they did, right? They did everything right, basically, up until those final engagements. I think it was the double from Caesar that made the difference, really. Even allowed them onto the bomb site. But talking earlier in the round, Exclusive just pushed away from A. KingsClan looked so confident to close out the round, but no, denied. Exclusive had done their homework. They looked much better even from the first round from that previous search and destroy in the European finals. In this one, Exclusive gonna draw first blood. And now this is kind of the opposite situation here, with the offensive side there, one man down and significantly slowed by not having that extra player on the board.
I mean, realistically, whatever site they choose to go, regardless of the gunfight that happens, Exclusive should be ready for it. So even if you're able to find one, a trade should come in. So Exclusive should keep that man advantage pretty much the entire time here for the rest of this round, unless, you know, a miracle happens or somebody lines up for somebody. So interesting to see what the play is. Still tons of time here. Only 45 seconds off the clock so far. They're going to be lined up into the trailer side. Not going to find anything. No information given to the side of KingsClan. They're going to try and wrap this back over towards B. At least it looked like for a second. Baits us out. They're going to swap across. They're just trying to bait something out to where they can get information.
There is one player isolated over by B. That's Via, who has just spotted out that push is coming his way. And look at the garrison arriving. Creed and Shark are like, hey, I heard you need help. I'm coming over. Doing what I can. But this is exactly the same play as last time around. Exactly the same play, only this time there is a little bit of a difference in terms of the lives. It's a 5 versus 4 for KingsClan on the defense. Or Exclusive on the defense, excuse me, not 4 versus 5. The bomb should go down regardless. No smoke to cover, but King says doesn't actually need it. Stretch plant is good. Needs to get this bomb down before the chow comes out from Creed, and indeed that is still the case. But the number's not good here for KingsClan on the defense. Says needs to pull away with one, and he can't get it done. Bomb site is now wholly in the possession of Exclusive.
I'm sitting there, I'm talking like, okay, well, you know, maybe if you get one, you're going to get traded out. You haven't been able to find a single kill right now. You're flawless all the way through it. Caesar going to be there. The defuse being stuck by Neil, and regardless of what would have happened there, Ray, just not enough time, not enough numbers to be able to outwit the side of Exclusive. 2 straight rounds go their way. The defense has proven to be crucial so far. These first bloods are killing the KingsClan.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is the thing. KingsClan, they had the advantage of going back to first round, right? I mean, like, they were doing the right thing. They played it perfectly in terms of the retake, or in terms of the rotation towards A, but it just hasn't worked out both times. And now Exclusive here, 2-0 up on the defense. Getting aggressive, our KingsClan being a lot more direct with it on towards A. 4 versus 4 to boot. Does the nade land? No, it does not. But it has removed them from the plant, so gives Exclusive a little bit more ways to play out this game. Creed through the window? How? What? Dude, Creed is the bloody escape artist. What was that?
No clue, but Henry Houdini's making a special cameo appearance on the map. Marvel going to be able to find a shot with a sniper, and all of a sudden it's a 1 versus 5. Hit fire there, and he gets a hit marker on it all. That's unfortunate. You thought maybe you gave yourself a chance for at least one more, but easy pickings there. That time it's going to be a flawless round from the KingsClan.
Oh, man. KingsClan played that so well. Again, you know, changing tact a little bit after the first couple of rounds where they played relatively slow, just getting aggressive on towards A. I talked about it all the way back in round number 1, right? This is the way to play if you want to get aggressive and you want to try and win out these offensive efforts. KingsClan using that to their advantage. Looking towards this one, though, the strategy seems to be hold 4 players back, send 1 player just on a sprint and hope that they can get something. And Grizz apparently does not have the Riz in this round.
While this map is stalled out for just a second, I do want to go ahead and highlight real quick. On the main stream, 7-6 up in an overtime search and destroy. Mayhem, who leads the series, have a 7-6 lead. So if you want to go catch the ending of that and the remainder of that series, please, by all means, tune in. I know I got it up on a second monitor right now. King, though, trying to push forward. They've got at least a bomb carrier over towards B. This is kind of a precarious spot because if he gets caught out here, the bomb is down, and then you got to fly all the way back over towards it. I don't hate the play because he's not really forcing the issue. But if somebody on the side of exclusive does, well, then you get a problem.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, it's all well and good, you know, Spy, if he doesn't push, you know, yeah, all right, he's not putting his team in this position. But if he does get pushed, there is not a chance for a trade unless that player from exclusive over challenges through backside. So this is still really awkward for KingsClan. They're just trying to find a way to kind of even numbers here. Catch somebody off guard. As soon as the chow comes through, should be a peek out. Neil takes down Marvel for even attempting to look down a streak. Now that challenge is actually happening over by B. Ooh. I'm not too sure about that one from Spy, or from Trade, excuse me. Spy gets a free kill, and now this round is opened back up, even though they don't have the numbers.
Oh, it's a 2v1 gunfight here. All they have to do is throw shoulders around the corner. That's exactly what they do. They get the trade for it, and that's all that matters. They still have a couple players over towards this B site. But it's a 2 versus 3. They need to get the bomb down. All they're doing is wasting a little bit of time right now. Oh, Exclusive's able to kind of reposition themselves. Snipe shot going to be in, and now Spy, last alive on the Spite. He's going to be able to escape away for how long? Well, half a second.
Not that long, it would seem.
Yeah.
As, well, Spy not going to be able to do anything in the 1 versus 3. Yet another round on the board for Exclusive, and it's very reminiscent from what we saw pretty much in the early rounds for KingsClan in rounds number 1 and 2, right? Where they kind of lose the man advantage. They don't really know how to get back in towards the round. Good effort, though. I will say that much. To try and play the 2 versus 3, it just doesn't work in the end. So now, back towards what we saw in the previous offensive effort from KingsClan, not last round, but the round before that, where they go straight towards A in fast fashion. This time, Raid can open things up with that first blood on towards Caesar, and it gets better as well as Marvel takes down Shark. So a 5 versus 3 scenario here. Neil, the only player who could really do anything about this, and he's going to back away to join his teammates.
Yeah, it's not something you can do every round, but that one round where you can catch the opposition off with a little aggression changes the entire complexion of the game. And you also have a flank starting to make its way through. Grizz on the backside. Going to be in towards American. Will be able to find the kill. So 2 kills have gone the opposite way, but it's still a 2 versus 2. Grizz challenge out. Creed backs off at the wrong moment. Sniper still looking over, but you still have 2 players here. And now as Marvel's able to find 1, the trade comes in instantaneously after the fact. Grizz is there for it. I thought Creed had it for a moment, but the timing good enough. KingsClan will get another round on the board. And what could have been a very costly deficit of a 4-1 disadvantage, able to keep it within 1.
I don't think he intended to go for that reload. I think maybe he was going for the bomb, potentially, or something like that. I'm really not sure. He was only on 5 bullets, so it makes sense that he'd want to go for the reload, but I don't think he want to do it in the middle of the slide. Regardless, KingsClan do find another round on the board now. 1 more would be nice, so they could even things up at 3-3 before we switch sides. King Marvel gonna make this round even better at a 4 versus 3 now with a kill on towards Shark. Oh, the hit marker as well from Veer. Almost evens things out. But instead another gunfight will do that. Now a 3 versus 3 here. Veer is reaching very deep into the middle of the map.
And Shark had an aggressive flank that he started all the way at the beginning of the round. Not exactly sure if I loved the play at that point, but they were able to collapse back on them. KingsClan makes them pay for it, and as the last player in Marvel is going to get sniped off the map. It's a 4-2 split for Exclusive that keeps them in. They're going to go back to the offensive side here now. We'll see if they can keep their tenacity.
We'll see, man. Exclusive. Giving away 2 offensive rounds. All they got to do is win 3. I say all they got to do. Make it sound so easy. It's not easy by any stretch of the imagination. It's not easy. And here you're seeing why. Because Exclusive, you make that choice at the beginning of the round. Do you want to play aggressive or do you want to play slow? It's the latter Exclusive. And now feeling the repercussions of that because you don't really have any way to move forward. You've got to use the next 60 seconds to try and kind of bait your way through, and they might have just found the opening. Gunfight being won over by A Street. Now 4 players is all that KingsClan have.
And they've baited all of KingsClan over towards that A site, and now they can basically take this B site for free, but the time that they've taken to start pushing their way up the map has allowed KingsClan to get back here. It's a reinforcement of this B zone, and Sase's going to wait. Trigger discipline going to be good. Sees a sniper in the corner, but now he's going to hip fire out. He's not going to be able to find anything. Shark pops a double. Caesar's there for one, and now it's Marvel last alive in a 1 versus 5 on the flank. Such an impossible moment. He's not going to realize that somebody's just waiting up behind him, and the flank is going to be there. It's a flank of the flank. 5-2 lead for Exclusive.
I like the play. I do. Admittedly, I like the play there for the last remaining player to try and get something going, but just didn't check it in the moment. Yeah, beautifully done there from Exclusive to win the offensive effort. We talked about how difficult it would be. Well, here we go. Now 2 rounds away from knocking out KingsClan in the rematch, albeit a best of 3, not best of 5, but nonetheless, still worth noting. Trade's already starting off in this round. Yeah, Caesar just putting some shots out towards the middle, and they're trying to get control of A.
I thought he knew one was in middle map, but unfortunately on the opposite end, they get taken down, and Neil's popped another in the round and got himself up to 5. Maybe not with the most flashy score line, but he's done enough here in the round to give the advantage once again to Exclusive. Saze's out. Last one alive here in a technical 1 versus 4. Will he be able to work his second pick here? Only 30 seconds to go.
He's got a little bit of time. So the bomb defusal is quite significantly shorter here in COD Mobile, but it doesn't matter anyway. He gets flanked out. And Exclusive again. Their offense is so powerful. And now they just need to win 1 round, and they move on in our tournament, knocking out the team that beat them in the European finals for the Snapdragon Pro Series. And here we go, butting head straight towards A. They're barreling towards one another.
Oh my god, the defense gets so aggressive, and Grizz is able to take 2 off the board immediately. Shark is still here. At least you find the trade, but the numbers advantage now even killed. 3 versus 3. Snipe comes back, and all of a sudden, KingsClan on the default.
And they don't catch them. They don't catch them on the rotation either. Number 3 is sat inside the caravan thinking they're going to cross the middle of the map. That's not the case at all. Exclusive have completely gotten away in this play. They will get the bomb down. They check the site. Yep. No one here. No one home. Free bomb plant. The reaction from Raid and Spy. It's going to be a flank. All the way behind. There it is. So they catch them. That's the question. Veer goes to the 50. Does not get the kill. So now a 2v2.
They needed to go quickly there if they wanted to get close, but they're at least able to find one. Now the shot's going to be out. Raid not going to be able to find it. Spy, the last one alive. Tournament hopes on the line here for KingsClan. All you need do is clutch a 1v2. It sounds so simple, but it's not. Neil with the sniper cuts them down. KingsClan. Beautiful. In the search and destroy, but Exclusive moves on. And they're out of the tournament.
Wow, what a story. What a story from Exclusive. How about that? Watching back the European finals, I mean, we have to say, those games were close between KingsClan and Exclusive. KingsClan did not run away with the European finals back in the Snapdragon Pro Series a few weeks ago. But Exclusive, they've taken their time to learn what went wrong, to learn where they could fix their mistakes. And it seems like they've done it. I mentioned it back in map number 1. The fact they get their summit hardpoint is so crucial. It's the one map you probably didn't want, to be honest, if you're Kings. And yet they get it anyway. And then map number 2. I mean, what more can we say other than 3 offensive rounds back to back for Exclusive? Just such a solid showing from them. They have got to be all smiles for what has happened in the last couple of rounds of play here in the Swiss.
My lord. On one end, you have potential heartbreak here, and you do have heartbreak. It's not even potential, it's heartbreak. On the opposite end, on the mainstream, Tribe Gaming just won an 11-9 search and destroy and have tied the series up at 1 apiece to go to map 3. So, I mean, dude, it's chaos everywhere. Oh, dude, I love how this Swiss, man. It is jumped in.
It's tasty. It really is tasty for sure. What an epic day of COD Mobile action it has been. Actually, I'm really grateful that our producers put this up on broadcast so we can kind of give you a quick rundown of what's happened for us here on the D stream, because it has been solid right from the very beginning. We knew it was going to be a special day of Call of Duty Mobile action with Standpoint Gaming coming out that 2-0 victory against TLE, but we didn't quite know how special it would be. Back-to-back bangers for us here on the desk, concluding with Exclusive getting their revenge in indomitable fashion against KingsClan. A 2-0 victory that will send them to the next day of action and will send KingsClan packing. Man, oh man, I've enjoyed every single second of today. Alex, I want to give you some final thoughts. Give me something before we send everybody home.
Well, first and foremost, I want to say thank you for having me out. To everybody that makes this possible. It was a pleasure being able to bring the matches here with Brody. Brody, it was a pleasure working with you, buddy. It's the first time we've cast together. That was fun. I loved it. It was a good time. yeah, other than that, congratulations to all the teams that moved on. Unfortunately, the teams that left, you know what? Hey, it's always next time, right?
There's always next year. There's always next year. It feels like so far away. We only get one of these a year, these World Championships, where everybody plays each other. It's insane. We can't wait to see what the conclusion of the Call of Duty Mobile World Championship looks like, and I know you guys can't wait either. You're going to have to, though. For now, though, as we said, there is a match going on over on the main broadcast. You guys can check that out as two North American powerhouse rosters go head-to-head. For now, though, here for the D stream. For now, though, everybody on these BCD streams, thank you so much for watching all of the action from the COD Mobile World Championships. We'll see you at some point from World Cup.